Hi, Thomas Miller from the Fun Astrology Podcast. We come out every day on audio, Monday through Friday at 3 a.m. Eastern. Would love to have you join us over there. But a picture is sometimes worth 1,000 words, and that's what this is. I wanted to take another whack at this Kevin McCarthy ouster that happened on October 3rd. This is the United States Sibley chart. This is one of the most recognized astrology charts of the birth of the United States. July 4th, 1776, 5:10 p.m. This is the equal house system. And look at this. So this chart, this inner chart of the United States that was created 250 years ago almost, here is that same signature that we've been talking about, and we talked about on my last 3 videos. Mars and the south node of the moon in Libra, which was there in the 1987 crash. It is there again when, for the first time ever, the United States evicted a Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. That is in the 11th house, this little slice of pie right here. And guess what it represents in astrology? Legislative bodies. You can't make this stuff up. And I'm telling you how serious this is, that by that aspect being in that location, and this, you say, what's that thing with the cross in it? Well, that is the Arabic part of fortune. And we talked about in the last video that somehow this just had a signature of fatedness or an air of fatedness about it. And what this is kind of saying in a little bit of a bracketed parentheses, that somehow, perhaps, this is going to be for good. And that also depends on the collective mentality, because I just scanned the headlines before I started to record this video, and I'm seeing that all the factions are lined up now. The rock throwing has begun. And that's the other significant thing of this chart, because this is the United States natal Mars. It's in Gemini and it's in the 7th house. In solar arc astrology, which is where all of this moves 1 degree per year, very, very slow. Saturn, which started out over here, has come all the way around and right now is within 1 degree of that Mars. When is it going to hit exactly? Next fall, right around the election. And this is a symbolism when solar arc Saturn, you just have to picture Saturn in solar arc is right here. Saturn in solar arc impacting Mars on the natal chart in the mundane and collective. We're not talking about an individual's chart here. We're talking about a country, a big country. In the 7th house of Gemini, the sign itself is divided to the twin. And look at where we are. And look at this vote for McCarthy by only 6 out of 432. And here is a symbolism of this division of the country. And we think of the 7th house as relationships, but what happens when a relationship goes bad? We have war. And that's exactly what we're looking at here. We've been watching that symbolism for years now, realizing and just observing, how is this going to unfold? So while we have this going on up here in the sky above our heads, we have this progressed chart with Saturn closing in on Mars. And it looks like, even from the stone throwing that I'm seeing right now, that this is progressing for sure. So something to keep our eye on, definitely very interesting and so significant that so long ago this chart was created. And here this moment lands right where it was supposed to.